Good morning, Lloyd. Here's your bloody bonus. The last video. Congratulations. It's a bit, I rounded it up, true. For all them likes.
Legend.
Congratulations, son.
Thanks,
good
mate.
work, Sonny. Everyone's proud of you. Alright, that's it. Get back now.
Alright, there you go. You can What's going on, YouTube? Corey and I here. This is going to be the intro for a pretty exciting video. I'm excited. Corey doesn't get excited over anything anymore. No. He's old and grumpy. Emotion. But I'm pretty bloody excited because it is time. You've already seen the title of the video, but the 31 Wagz, the Barra 31 Wagz Pro Drift Car build.
It looks so shit like this. Like, you look at this how it is, and it looks trash, but then you see like Jace's old one, it actually looks good.
This thing is going to be mental.
It's already got the gangster cage. I think Grubby did that.
Yeah. Gangster cage that you would have seen in a very old video, or you can go watch it if you like.
Yeah, he's
Cage.
It is.
Sick door bars.
Baller
A
cage.
shitload of bars. Probably a little bit over the top on the bars, I think.
Nah, mate. Nah, Jace likes that.
We heard you like bars. So we put bars on your bars. Now you can bar while you bar.
Right.
Anyway, Jace has been stockpiling parts for this thing.
We got shit everywhere for it.
And
Like, look at this.
you're going to have to wait to see some of the exciting stuff. Ooh.
They came finally.
Yeah, I picked them up.
Good job?
Yeah.
Oh, so they didn't come. You brought them.
Yeah. Anyway, me and Corey are going to dig this thing out. It's pretty buried. Apparently the rear end's a bit locked up. I'll use a little teaser of what's going in this car. Oofs. Over here, got a belt. What size is the diff?
I think they're 8.5 or 8 3/4, so it's a BA or BF,
Yeah.
XR6 turbo diff. It's been set to the length that we want because Jace knew like he had a 31 diff in the old one just with billet axles and stuff. And so I think he's gone a bit wider so we don't have to run, because he used to run like 70mm of spaces or something to get that fitment. And with the guards, we got like these metal.
More spoilers.
Where are they?
This is the graveyard of RBs too.
Yeah. They're actually, metal flares. So he had, I think they were VE. He went to like a Wreckers and got VE Commodore guards last time. And he cut them up.
I'm sure these aren't just weld-on VE flares.
No, these aren't. These are like custom-made things.
Seats in there, it looks like a PWR, G-Force, dog box. Anyway,
Golf Swan.
yeah, billet axles like 800 or 900 horsepower built BABF diff, custom mounts and links. Got Shockworks coilovers, custom made. The Barra's just finishing up getting the head built. Or
Got seat rails. Like we've got the power rails because Jace loved those things. And I do agree with him they are.
we're gonna be running this steering wheel as well, obviously.
Yeah,
'cause
it's the OG full drift. It's got no support whatsoever.
that's what you want.
And that's what you want. So when you nudge someone, you don't freak out and hurt your wrist.
Same as for your head when you headbutt it,
Yeah.
because your harnesses aren't bolted in, because you got a couple of Reets building your car for you.
Yee.
Then you can just headbutt that and it doesn't actually do any damage.
And we're going to retain the original dash. We've just got bars going through and such.
No matter what, you still can't convince Jace to build a race car, so it's probably just gonna have like, I'm surprised.
Full interior.
I'm surprised the carpet's been ripped out.
Oh, we only ripped the carpet out to take the sound deadening out. We're going to put carpet back in it.
Really? Not surprised.
I'm pretty sure the carpet got thrown in the bin, except for that rear section, it looks like. He likes that street car vibe. Like, I think he's going to have to just deal with not having it with this car, because it is going to be that sort of next step up from the cars that
It's
he's
steering a
got
bit of street
previously.
car on the inside. We should weld the doors up and make it a 2-door. Alright, let's get it out. She's made it out of hiding.
So I've just rocked up to the factory to something real exciting. Don't laugh at me, Corey. I'm excited. I'm allowed to be excited. And that thing is the Wagon. God dang. So things have started already. We have a whole lot of parts that have been building up. I know everyone's probably real upset. This has dragged out so long, and I'm very upset myself because I do actually have this thing club registered. And it's now almost coming to the 1 year point of it having to be renewed. But I did that when the car was dead stock for the reason, just drive them to, like, show and shines and whatnot, Anyway, she's on the hoist and it's exciting. We've got shitloads of parts. The engine's actually at Mackie Elec at the moment, getting the valve springs, head studs and balancer. But the things that have arrived is clutch, diff. We've got some wheels already. We've got some flares. We've got seats. The cage already done. Yeah, the gearbox has been here for a while. You might have seen that in some old videos. Oh, steering wheel. Yeah, don't forget about our steering wheel. Anyway, the thing's nasty right now. It's like full, farm spec. But don't worry about it. She's gonna be an absolute animal when she's done. If you haven't seen my old wagon, check it out. The 31JZ Wagz, and now we're going the almighty Barra Wagz. And it's going to be a beast. It's just going to be a steroided up 31JZ Wagz.
Teaser for the colour.
True. Oh yeah, teaser for the colour. That's sexy. Maroon don't do. But what we're doing right now is I've got some steering stuff from a Costal. So if you didn't know, we're going full Costal front end, including the subframe, K-frame, whatever you want to call it. So he's sent out us a little template, which we measured some holes for him. He said they're pretty close to S13. He sent me the diagram. I was like, nah, these holes are a little bit different. It was mainly the cast holes. I think that those are pretty close. It's in there. What we sent him is perfect. We just have to do a little trimmings right here, just to clear that standard body thing, which probably doesn't really matter. Could probably get cut out and reinforced after. But may as well make it fit straight up. Yeah, it's a sick little setup that he does. Yeah, the way it works is it's obviously stock shaft. It gets rid of everything stock, and the shitty cast iron with no clearance. It basically comes across and real tight radius cast iron that's all built into one. Gets rid of the brackets that come to here. Gets rid of all that stuff, and it's just a little strong bang. Anyway, these are some of his R chassis knuckles. And you can see the adjustment is absolutely ganks. Sick little setup. So he's got
even got camber.
Pull out these things full adjusts for every setting of Ackerman, so you really get to play with it. But camber. It is going to be like S15, S14 knuckle that we have supplied, and still the 350Z hub that is, which is sick. Nice interchangeable hub. Really cool setup that is. But yeah, it's a basic idea of what it's going to be. Just all the adjustment, real strong. Wise fabby kind of things, but the Aussie wise fab, so make sure you hit them up if you want some gangster chat. We'll get a whole bunch of parts out. We're going to clean up this, want to reinforce stuff, bring the diff down, show you that diff. Got oh that's right, the Shockworks suspensions all here. So many parts, so I reckon we'll get all that stuff out next. We'll go through everything we've got, and then we'll get right into this build real quick. We've got a 2 months deadline, I think, maybe 3 months. I want to get it sort of together so we can at least have it running and on dyno and stuff in 2 months, and then maybe it'll be finishing things for the final month. For World Time Attack is the idea. So I haven't been invited yet, but I'm pestering them to get me that invite, showing them teasers of this, and they're like, you won't get that done. Shush away, we're gonna get done. So let's do it, boys. Hands in 1 month, true. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, vlog update for the 31 Wagz. Corey's been under here, stripping the thing down to absolutely nothing, removing all sorts of shit.
Unwanted shat. I still have
okay, fam. Still got a little bit to do, but the whole rear end as well, as you can see. So some of it's actually got some sheeting around it because we just bought a sandblaster. We're going to attempt to sandblast the underside of this thing and the engine bay. You can see, stripped down, fuel tank gone, ready for a fuel cell. So yeah, he's going to try sandblast it. See how the $150 sandblaster goes. Could be interesting. Oh, hey, mate.
Hello.
Do a little bit so I can watch with the GoPro.
You won't want to fucking face the GoPro.
I just hit my own fucking start. Ow.
Oh, reach very far. Come here, darling. Fuck off. I can't see anything. Yeah, push that into my confinement.
Oh, straight in my eyes.
But it's working.
Oh. Is it already blocked? Alright, Corey's been busy getting absolutely filthy underneath this thing, sandblasting it. It's getting there, it's almost complete. You still got to touch up a few spots, but she's pretty well sandblasted. Right now I've just got the arms bolted in for the diff because I'm making some bracings, some reinforcement plates for all these arm pickup points. So they're nice and strong. So yeah, I just made some templates out of cardboard. I'm just cutting them out now out of this 3mm plate. We're gonna weld them in there. So she's nice and strong. And then yeah, once we've done that, Corey's finished blasting. She'll just about be ready to spray the whole underside. So we got some real strong industrial 2-pack. So we're gonna be spraying the whole underside white. And yeah, it should be pretty bloody sick. So we can slap that on and then start bolting some stuff up, like the whole diff assembly, the whole rear end, doing the dual calipers and everything like that. So once we get the underside painted, then we're gonna be making some sick progress. We're gonna get the engine mocked up in there and really start cranking down on this thing. Countdown is on. World Time Attack is the event. Currently like 14, 15 weeks, about just under 15 weeks out. This is our little timeline we got. Week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Final touches and livery are supposed to be going in week 8, and then I think it's week 10 on the 28th of August is supposed to be our first test at the Winton Keeper Reet series. That's the plan. We're going to try stick to this. Hopefully all goes to plan. As it is with cars, things never do go to plan, but hopefully we can push it along and keep along that timeline as much as possible. That'll give us plenty of time to have the car fully dialed in before World Time Attack. Update. As you've seen, Corey had been busy. Corey had been busy sandblasting. She's pretty good. He's done the wheel arches as well now. I finished the reinforcement shit. Now we've got it set up as a spray booth, as you can see. So we're about to spray. Come on into the spray booth. We'll have a look-sies. So yeah, she's pretty clean. I still got to do the fine white with the special degreasers supplied for this paint. The paint we're going to be using, I'll show you in a minute, but it's like special industrial stuff, super strong, and it shouldn't have any issues with chipping away. Come back here. You can see we've got our boogers on boogers here, with more boogers.
Yep.
Jason asked for extra booger, so we gave him extra booger. You don't have to get that close, fuck. Anyway, so we've got the gussets as well as these body mounts here. They're only spot welded on, so they're welded on. A couple extra welds on this thing that holds the panhard rod.
Yes. What's a panhard rod do, Jesse?
It centers the diff this way. I'm learning live axle things. Weird. We'll show you the arms. They're pretty keen. They're about to get a clear coat. So you come out into our other spray booth, and here we have the arms. So this is the panhard rod. This is, I have no fucking idea. And this is also, I have no fucking idea.
This is basically an upper control arm and that's a lower control arm.
So yeah, they're gonna get clear coat. I just had to give them a Scotch Brite because unfortunately they had a bit of surface rust. So some of the pretty colours are gone, but clear coat them. Last night I said that we were going white underneath. I was wrong. We were going black underneath. Jason's changes his mind every 3 hours. So I'm gonna have to just paint it before I confirm the colour because he would have changed his mind again. But yeah, we got this Valspar industrial mix. It's supposed to be pretty hectic. It's actually the exact same shit I used on my car in the engine bay and interior. It's cane. So we got that, hardener 2-to-1. reducer, and then we got the special degreaser they supplied. So I'm gonna put that in the squirty bottle and go wipe as much as I can underneath. That's not my head.
Nope. I've got no idea what I'm doing.
How about do it? We'll go ahead, give her a wipe, mix some paint.
Make a mess of the factory.
Brute, this is gonna suck. Huh. Why the hell's it on the side?
How's she looking, mate?
Oh, it's getting black. The breather on the gun is blocking up, and I just gave it a good clean out and got like heaps of old paint out of it. So that's probably why it wasn't working. It's a bloody miserable time. Would not recommend. Alrighty, as you've seen, got the underside painted. Didn't do the engine bay because we still got to work in there, obviously, and make brackets, but yeah, she's very black. Looks pretty gangster. It's gonna look good with some brand new parts bolted up under here. Rear arches. This is getting cut out for a fuel cell, but it's painted anyway. It absolutely sucked. Couldn't breathe, couldn't see. I'm glad it's done. I've got industrial black paint in my hair that's probably never gonna come out. But yeah, pretty stoked. Now we can finally start bolting some goodies in there. So I've got the rear end laid out now. So we got the built diff, big dog, sitting there ready to be jacked into position. And then here we just have some other bits and pieces. So we got our arms that are clear coated, shockworks, rear shocks, some lowered springs. I think they're like 6K, but not 100% sure. Some adjustable spring seats, cut down the bump stops because they're going to be our aligning things for our spring seats. So the rubber goes on there, that bolts up, and then the spring seat sits on there nicely. So I'm gonna bolt them up, and then obviously the billet axles as well. And then he's got I think it suits BABF brakes, so we've got some brand new rotors and calipers and stuff, and then we're going to be doing dual caliper on it. So basically we got two sets of the, basically these hold the brake and drum assembly. We're not going to be using the drum handbrake assembly, but obviously your calipers bolt on there. So what we're going to be doing is cutting it down the middle, using that half, and then cutting another one down the middle and using another half, welding them together and bolting it on. So basically we can have two sets of calipers bolted on. Pretty simple way of doing it. Should work mint. But yeah, just about ready. I'm gonna bolt those bump stops up. I just cleaned up all the hardware and jack this diff into position and start getting her bolted up. So it should be pretty keen. We got some arms and shocks bolted in. Let's see if we can get this diff in here. And we basically have a rear end. Not bad. Looks alright. It's hard to see much because most of it's black. But yeah, couple issues. Either this arm's too long or this mount was put on too close. Because I have to have these wound out to there for the diff angle not to be stupid. It probably still is stupid. Which pushes the shock stupid close to everything. Like I think that's hitting, to be honest. And then also has the panhard rod hitting the diff. So yeah, mint. Yes. Awesome. Don't know. It's obviously gonna sit up a bit further. Once it goes up, it might be different, but yes, interesting. Couple issues, yeah. Alrighty, making some sick progress. You've seen I got everything bolted in there. Now I'm just doing the dual calipers. So like I said, I cut it, put some welds on it. Not many, You can see the way it bolts together. It's got a big bolting plate there with the axle and then a big bolting plate. So technically, you don't even, because there's 2 bolts in this piece and then the other piece, there's 2 bolts and then the big plate. Technically, you wouldn't even need weld there. I just did it for the sake of it. So yeah, this one's complete. So obviously we're going to be able to bolt a set of calipers there, axles in. Got the crispy slotted rotor. We'll slide that on. Awfully satisfying. Oh, it's so nice putting all new parts on this freshly painted car. This thing's mental. Look at that. Now, even more special. Oof. 4 brand spanking BABF calipers to go on the rear. Ooh, daddy. And find some hardware and get these bolted on. The side I've done. This side's drying because I just painted it. But yeah, progress. Once we sort of complete the rear end to an extent, we got to fiddle with a few things. But once that's done, I'm going to be bolting the flywheel and clutch assembly onto the Barra, bell housing, the G-force dog box. I'm going to be dropping her in to start test fitting some stuff up. So that's going to be epic. Get that Barra and dog box bolted in, and so we can start looking at that. And also so we can send Dan Mackey from World Time Attack Australia some photos of our progress so Jace can get an invite to World Time Attack. True. Oof. Oof. Exciting times. The Barra is off the engine stand, which is sick. I got a crispy alternator just mocked up on there. Also need the OEM bolts because they're also shanked to hold the alternator exactly where we want it. But a crispy Ross balancer that's on there. This thing's had a freshen up by Mitch Mackey at Mackey Elec. Best in the business for the Barra thing, so go check him out. Fucking sound like Jason. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, Mackey Elec freshened this thing up with, well, it had a bottom end freshen up and already had a metal gasket. I think he did head studs if it didn't already have it. Not sure. Valve springs and the balancer, and did some Barra things to make the head capable of all the power. So yeah, just waiting on the brand new power steering pump from Burstons. Should be here soon, very soon. Got the alternator, getting a standard serpentine belt so we can see how much shorter we need it because we got no AC and whether it's going to work or we need to get an AC delete kit. They're also bringing some brand new cam angle position sensors, which is sick. Still going to sort out an oil sandwich plate and oil cooler, most likely, and coolant necks and other things like that. But we have a sick array of parts laying on the benches right now. Start with the clutch. Big daddy clutch, it's huge. MPC twin. I'm going to pull it apart. We'll have a bit of a look at the masterpiece, but it's a pretty hefty clutch. Mated to that, we have, which you've probably seen in a older video, but the G-force GSR 4-speed dog box. G-force transmission's true. This thing is beautiful. This is what dreams are made of. Couple linkages. Back and this thing, I guess. The 8-ball. That on there. It's pretty carrying. Sits over there, and then that one bolts through, and it goes.
It doesn't go like this. It's still a H pattern.
Yeah, I know. In a H pattern.
You're just going like this.
There's H there. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch. Power.
No clutch, mate. Dog box. Don't care.
Put the shifter up and just sit here and fucking slap gears. Got the crispy bearing in there. Pull this clutch apart, have a look. Then we'll be slapping it in. These things are renowned for flywheel bolts coming loose apparently. So Mackey Elec, the genius Barra guru he is, whipped up this thing. Basically you put your bolts through the back hole and then this thing goes over the bolt heads, and obviously none of them can come loose. Apparently these things have a bit of an issue with that. And then obviously our bell housing, dog box bolts to that, and then that bolts to the Barra. So I've just been having to fiddle with some stuff. The slave supplied with the clutch won't fit over the collar. here. So Corey might be turning this down. But for now, not gonna worry about the clutch and slave. I'm gonna just bolt it all together so we can start looking at tunnel clearance, drive shaft length, all that. I did pull the cover off the clutch. It's a nice piece of gear going on here. It's real saucy. I like. Well done, MPC. It's a professional opinion.
It looks nice.
So we've got to do a bit of custom stuff for the slave cylinder and whatnot for the box. I've got the bow housing on there. Had to get some bolts. So I'm not going to be putting the clutch on because we're going to play around with that later. But I'm going to bolt the box to the motor so we can start looking at fitment and stuff. I'm going to unbolt these linkages and stuff to make it easier. Got the power steering pump on there with the alternator, and now we're just looking at also doing an AC delete, obviously. So I need to work out some sort of tensioner belt system over this side as well. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pull this off, whack the box on there, and then slide her in, put in the new solid engine mounts, and then yeah, go from there. Alright, got the linkages and shifter off. That was scary. Expensive bulbs. I'm gonna chuck her on there and get her in. Balls is here, Drew.
Oh, yeah. Probably seems like I'm been non-apparent this whole build.
He's in the background.
In the background, ordering 5 million different parts to suit the ghetto build.
The money.
Yeah, spending all the money.
Yeah.
All the cash.
I bet you're not keeping tally of how much you've spent.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
I'll do it at the end and then take it out of your page. Yeah. He's coming together, that. True.
Getting there.
Exciting.
Very.
Just in time for my birthday, Drew.
Drew should be running by Monday.
Better be.
Nah.
Need this actually cover on the that we just got.
Yeah.
All them silver and black bits. True.
That ain't going on until it's done.
No. It'll be going on when it's sitting in the bay.
No.
Yeah.
There's no point. We may as well, if we're gonna like leave it
Going
that way or whatever, it's staying out until final fit up of car.
Nah.
Keep it.
She's going on.
No. People must love these.
We're gonna
things,
chrome
right?
it, boy.
Back and
She's
forth.
sitting on there. She's gonna be chrome.
And it's
Chrome.
not going on when it's chrome until it's last fit up.
Yeah, when it's chrome, then you can wrap it.
So what's the point in putting it on if we have to take it off again to get it chrome?
Photos for the boys. Just
tell
let's just go. Photo. Then you can pull it off.
Yeah, definitely sit it on there for a fluke.
Yeah, have to.
Once
We're trying to
the
get
in-
invite to World Tarntake here, boy.
Yeah,
When the
Reet looks
intake-
better than fucking alloy.
Nah, fresh.
Box is off again. Going to put the clutch on for just test fitting thing. So I'm just going to mock it up. Not going to put it on completely properly. Finally, I'm going to put tape on the clutch and the gearbox saying clutch not installed properly, because that would be catastrophic.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Bow housing took a bit of trimming, but we have got the clutch in there, new rear main seal, box on, starter on.
Can you see in there?
It's looking saucy.
Show them the skin on your dick clearance we got to the
Oh
side.
yeah. Yeah. If you want to see something fucked up, look at the flywheel clearance there for the bell housing. Yeah, so the people who made the bell housing, that's after me shaving sections. So we're gonna have to shave a bit more. It doesn't hit, but literally by the skin of Corey's cock.
Why mine?
Because it's small.
Obviously. Duh.
But it's time to get her in, mock some shit up, so you can say, oh mate, we'll time to take some photos and make it look like we're actually doing something when really we're not.
What if he watches these?
Wow. This will come out after he's already sent the invite. Well, here we have it. The official mock-up. This is a borrowed intake manifold, but ours is basically a similar deal. I think it's dual fuel rails. Someone said it was NOS injection, but it might have spots for NOS injection underneath. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, but yeah, this thing looks sexy. There's talks about getting this chrome dipped. I kind of like the raw, it kind of matches, but don't know. Brand new FG rocker cover, because why not? Progress, sit underneath. Got the dog box, sitting pretty-ish, kinda. Yeah, it's sitting. It's hitting there. Need to beat it more. I'm puffed. Just pulled the box off the bell housing. I'm just beating in this side of the tunnel. I'm gonna try get it to clear without cutting it first. So all the linkages and shifter and stuff sits here. So I'm just absolutely taking to it with the biggest hammer we got, which is not that very big. I'm gonna keep doing a bit more and then chuck it back on and see how we're looking. Alright, update on the Wagz. Been making some progress. Looking sexual. Got the spiffy Sparko Pro 2000s in there. Mocking everything up a bit. You've seen me start to clean up the interior with some Y-wheeling. Roof's looking good. Started to block off some holes. I think I showed you guys that already, but cut up the dash. Got the dash in there.
Damn, son.
Yeesh. Dash is in.
Damn.
We got the Nardi on there.
Oof, look at that fresh Nardi. Even fresh Nardi horn. Oh, I love me a fresh Nardi. So Sexual Pro 2000. They're more race spec than the ones in the other cars.
Look pretty racy.
They're heaps lighter. So good for race car, but the old street cars back there, the 33s and stuff, they're I reckon they're like a memory foam. They're heaps more dense. They're way more comfy. But you know, this is the race car build, so we need the light boys. They look actual. They look the part.
Ooh, yeah.
But not going to do any long trips freeway driving. If you don't know, this car is actually registered to Club Reg Life. How good's that? Haltech sits in there.
It's got some Haltech goodies.
Don't even need to make a mount for it. It just sits in there. Perfection. What are they called? IC7.
Yes, IC7 display.
And that switch panel.
Switch panel, make up like it. Aluminium panel to hold this about there. Have the NOS buttons and all that on there.
True. Yeah. Pretty keen. Love that. I've gone similar to the old theme. If you see any of my old cars, or the old Wags, I guess especially, I'm all about that. Keeping the dashes, and I'll get the stock. What do you call them? Door cards and stuff. No roof liner in this one, but we've chosen a colour actually on the interior, which you'll find out in the next videos coming. But yeah, I got me a nice grey dash, the nicest colour.
Yeah.
Jesse did a good job of banging her in there.
Yeah, she's
It
pretty
just
snug.
keeps that OG look, and they're not heavy. We did try the 33's old dash in here, and it's just not right. It just doesn't work. You need the boxiness.
Yes, the IC7 suits that as well. Looks sick.
Sure does.
Just need some sort of backing behind it and some mounting. What else we got?
Got some Fat Boy wheels on it. Did you have them already?
Not really. We test fitted them without the tyres.
Look at that poke. That's with no spaces. So, I don't know if we've been through that either, but this diff I pretty much got built to suit no spaces, and it's pretty much sitting the same or maybe 10 mil bigger than the old Wagon did. And that had like 50 mil worth of bolt on. So I got this diff shortened to suit that. If I left it the standard length, it would have been like out here. The FG diffs or whatever are huge. So we shortened it to suit a bigger 31 diff. and now she sits perfection. We do have some massive flares, so we're going the weld on flare like the old one, but we've got different style. But yeah, it's gonna be fat, but we'll also show you that in the next videos coming. Definitely made some good progress. I'm very happy with it. Jesse's killing it, and Corey as well. The dream team, son. But yeah, take a look at these big boy Zec Novas. They're R4s. Oof. They're fat.
Oof. She looks like a drag car. Such a narrow body at the moment, and then just massive tyres.
Hot boy.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, so she's almost done in the rear end.
Yeah, rear end's coming together.
Measured the tail shaft.
Yeah,
get that made.
K-frame's coming from old mate Stewie Bryant.
Got some more electronic goodies over there. What do we got here, son?
What do we got here? We got wires for days to go down here. So I'll just be twisting and turning and taping and putting that together. And not.
You're missing the most important part.
No, what's that? It's just the battery, isn't it?
Money bags over here, Drew. The Nexus R5.
What have we got? Anything else exciting?
Not really.
Not really.
Coils. But
yeah, we've got all the wiring.
A shitload of wires.
Shat-load of wires. So that'll be next. Painting some bays and getting things in positions, and yeah, I don't know. We've got that rack. We've almost got that sort of stager rack. I don't know if you went through that.
Nah.
So the stager rack has more throw than the 31 rack. Plus, it relocates this. I think it's only this and the GDR where they relocate. Normally they're about here. The, what do you call it, steering column thing. So this one relocates about 2 inches this way, which I did have a little bit of an issue with the old Wags. So this sort of, obviously the turbs being opposite side to usual, gives you more clearance. And yeah, we just got to shorten that, spline it, or just cut and shorten it. Pretty much all suit, same thread and everything. Nice easy little conversion.
Yes, it's good as.
But yeah, so she's coming together, son. So make sure you stay tuned if you like this gangster build. Make sure you like it. No one's getting any cash this time though. Yeah, become a member of the Keep It Reet community.
Help fund.
Haven't been pushing YouTube members very much, but if you're enjoying this content, a lot goes into it. We spend a lot of time. Tom Shappett spends a good day editing these vlogs, and the amount that we earn from YouTube itself is heck all. So we're sort of pushing this just for the content for you guys, and we feel like we're stupid not to document this sort of stuff. So anything you do throw back to us is much appreciated, and we'll keep bringing you the goodness. Anyway, we'll see you next time, boys. So see you later, Jassy.
Catches.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Make sure you bang this in the double outro, Tom Shappett. I bloody got an invite to World Time Attack. Put the music in, Tom. We did it, boys. I've been hassling the organisers of that, which is Dan Mackey. So thanks for letting me in, son. And yeah, we'll be at World Time Attack for, I don't even know what it's called, International Draft. It's no international anymore, so it's called something else. So it's just all the best Aussie boys battling out. But they were stoked on this build, so you will see this there, because that's our goal. We'll get maybe one little test beforehand, but she will be all revealed at that event. So make sure you come down, come say hello, and come see the sexy build, and come see me win that first place as well. So